Until say I don't know, media Mecca, Ekosoo.
You have to go on grounds, check whether what you assign them to do, they are doing it. Our president will not do that. Our president feels so relaxed, comfortably relaxed in his chair, and then sometimes in expensive flights. You know, these are some of the things that provokes the youth to, talk all the time like that. They sometimes feel like, hey, let me talk to my president because, hey, I gave you the power to be where you are. You are here for Muslim Jation or Masaba Bium, Ekosoo, it go on for a year. Then me see a dinkomobi. A fa attempt the dear one hour to config Ghana about which the tidy young man for ne one hour dear in which a man phone. One hour ye show me some behavior and a man a tumpo. Now so you know, Sam. A young pain be a hard dream. In the true now, where one more bruching us or more cassas or chicken assume and Niman say, so more ye video video ma and penifon or what I do my team ye pa. Eana, a more realm, Eana, air mitzi. But Eana, maybe someone say, and penifon so no, ye dear to begin to ask and on fasten now, ye catch your own. Because me na le kan say ansa no bi be saman pafin ahin no free asa obiri wasae eni say ansa no bi be ye bibi no efiri ni a wo hunti na oye ne oye no enti obi di atem no wo bi sa ho si denti na onipa we odi atem se beta frache se medi akufo ado atem se medi minister di atem se medi MP bi atem no enye because when you chen me obi obechen me maami ana bi sa nimdie mu kura wo chen me chen now so at times I so mu deserve it. And yes, so I so mu deserve it. Mimi de midina de minyo, mimi de obia wo how our puchi asem, obia wo send or tackle na asem. Mimi tackle asem by say me you be an bibi. But I criticize constructively. That is how I go by my criticism. So mini huni said ye man panifo no e nyema bebre no mo fa nya dwumanti e ma yeso ye twi camera e bi no di o matem. And they say, your man penifoni near the kind. Omo lack competence. They to zoom you, omi ya for. Near to some yensa, omi ya cron for. We are cron for a this year catcher, and yes, ye this said the another between your cron for. Because when to me catch him say, yeah, baby, before election, yeah, or company, I be actually, Baumia, ebe can't say, ooh. Omompani dada mahama ne na panfo ebetina so omuji lo onkwaje bosian sin a omantima amfa nya hwe no saa besia no onya 40% of saa besia na dia odi beyenie ema ansem o kan for saa 40% of besia o se mahama amfa nya hwe no na ema oman no obia dwen se dade nti na ye nto aba ma no no mra medie so no munya saa akonya no so mboan na mini ame kachire wo bra omunya akunya na mbetina so no anka mbese ne odi gwa koye mahama no ede na pamfo no komu die no kraye enti ene ne se ye mpanifuo no endwen ye ho saawo entro na meka so omu ya trofo no ene se omunyum sani a omu laki plans like convincing plans are betimi say we are having these convincing plans, then we will make sure we use them to eradicate the poverty. And I said we will use to control the poverty. We cannot prevent the poverty because like it has been there for long, and then we need to deal with it like gradually. But effort making say before a better abamon and thereafter no, there is a vast difference. Say obia oye hungry for success, no abinya success na bi no wa relaxing. Sana ihu enti si ha no mi madwen kira me pese me kire wo atumdidi no mudi no ho ne se enka ebeya mpanifo no se ne ya mo ensem mo be ka kire bra ye beto abomom na nka mo be sa amaya enka ebema oye na oman ni manifomu a omudi faso edi atem no nko eso beti because yenhwe bibi wa ha se mimi matuko ababro kire mimi papa nyisikeni mimi mami nyisikeni mi nam koti kwaso ma biri mu ansa na me be pia bruchiri. Into bit is a man so makum na me so camera say me ka ne Ekosoo na hwe ne Ekosoo E-LEVY omampani so the E-LEVY to electronic transactions. I mean, see some transactions you go on their bay. Oh yeah, telecommunication network needs need you. The data lomoti MTN Airtel wine omo di ansana. Ye kwa ne ka ho asam se no omoti nem wine. Afa di omampani ne sika ne bosia amade nyina amanti ma mo anyina mo asane e de beto so se mo san pese. Mo san de mo ayi eto a mo pese mo difie ho esan beto ne MTN na sefo no be san agine so. Enti mi nsani ma me abuja se west kana me ma me abuja se wansani mi nua no KNUS ska na mi nua no so e bia o ska no be so sani mi nua ba on so won kan ska no ansa na ska ni beduru na ska ne so ate be ne ho aden twedi amere wan interfere mu be mo den twedi amemu omampani na pamfo twedi amemu omampani na pamfo interfere mu be mo den nti mu hu ye mo boka kra na kufu ado ne na pamfo mu ye mo bobi wose ye bre obi ma so na ya ba no e na ma me kasem bi se mo kwaje besia na se bi eya nia amuka e kire babi amukwaje besia no minim se omo no how irresponsible you people are. Sometimes a shocking and a preposterous and then a mind boggling. Like me feel so omo adwimu hawa na bibisa. Ane mo because nimdi omo suku amako bebrebe nyina mutimi ko jisika ne ba ko din drone fefe ko jisika ne ba na se mo di din ko jisika ne ba ni amu ba be ye e wo kronim after mo sa ko kan sika no obeka se Mr. President, we voted for you and your administration to help us. But right now, what we see is you are killing us. Sometimes, how I see is that what you do rather mortgage our life for your well-being. Because this Airbus saga and everything, you recalcitrant, so you people are recalcitrant. You don't accept the corrections that the citizens, give you. Akufo-Addo, you went for Airbus when you had wanted to travel to Germany. You did first one, the people complained. Second one to America, the people complained. You came back to UK, the people complained. Successively, you were doing it. So what I want to the idea that I want to bring here is that why is it that you need to be transparent with us? Because when you want the power, you are always, you will see Akufo-Addo, pounding fufu in some corners and all those. But immediately you get the power, you become somebody that people cannot even get closer to. When we need you, when we want you to talk to us, you even choose not to, appear to, have that talk with us, which make us see that you are not ready, you are not a leader, we don't have leadership. That is how sometimes I see it. It's like there is no leadership in our country. Everything is messed up. Everything is messed up. It's like you could give people who are ease contracts. You award them contracts. Somebody like Paul Admochi, who recently bought this Christmas tree, and then it was a whole predicament in this Christmas season. So, Mr. President, what I want, the idea I'm trying to, share here is that can you and your administration be transparent a bit with your people? Because this is the time. This is that we need to know. It's not everybody. And then sometimes too, obi to go about brochira. Din say, obi timaka say on criticize it, and I say on ka amamu when krumu hasem, amamu enkoyi when krumu hasem because. Ehan mo ba bibia hu ni senye metie no me ba kwa me hu ma ne ye febro so eha omunyi ndro omampani se ukura wo no mampani ni ndi ndro omu mbokro no basabasa omu make sure say they go on the grounds. They are very responsible too. Jumadie no senye so mu dima omani man omu hu say oh see mampani na pamfo kan ye hu ni sa pepepe but o my God na mu ntisa minim de ntia akoye say ye ditumi na mama wie na fe mafratena ko ho na ye ntimu nkama asem obia timi kasa keke eneni na nsa MP ba ko say E-LEVY no say ye pe o ye mpe o they are empowered, they will pass it. Look at this. Once you know say successively. Governments are banyina, successive governments are banyina. Akufo-Addo. And when I make a someone say, hey, Akufo-Addo, it seems the worst I've ever seen. And so look at when John Ajikun took over from Rawlings. Now things were worse. But John Ajikun tried so hard to, put measures in place. I be my convincing once I bet me, it will shaping your mama, yenya ahoto kakra. You be a big problem back also was successive governments who say when they come, they don't continue what the old or the initial government was doing. And yet, we should always, make sure we put in conscious effort to, continue the projects and everything. So many infrastructures abandoned, and we still go for loans to build and do this and that for our people. Akufo-Addo came, and then he did not actually go in for loan for what Mahama was doing, but rather initiate his. So these are the problems we are facing. So tomorrow, if you see a young man, insulting any of our leaders, sometimes we say it's worth it. But sometimes it's worth it. There's transparency in everything. There's transparency in everything. The government makes sure say what the citizens need to hear, or what the citizens need to enjoy, is there. If not 100%, close to 100%. This is what is governance. Not we need to do this. I have to go for loan. I come back, then I share it. We share it amongst ourselves, like the leaders. You award people contracts, and then you have to go on grounds, check whether what you assign them to do, they are doing it. Our president will not do that. Our president feels so relaxed, comfortably relaxed in his chair, and then sometimes in expensive flights. These are some of the things that provokes the youth to talk all the time like that. They sometimes feel like, hey, let me talk to my president, because hey, I gave you the power to be where you are. With all your degrees and your diploma and your PhD and your PhD and your HND and whatever, I have no idea of your qualification, your education, but I have no idea. But with all those things, you schooled in UK. When you send the UK here, how are citizens know what they enjoy from the government and everything. Your people lack all these things. You accept it because only developed. We are now developing. But your efforts, is it a reasonable, Anna? What we are doing, is it reasonable? And it reasonable. And then be brave. Sometimes I feel like, hey, our leaders know a German neighbor say layer cough. Layer. Sometimes that's how I feel, but I decide not to voice it out because somebody might feel, offended. Say, hey, you are talking to be a winner, but no, we need to be transparent. Our leaders need to be transparent, so as to enable the citizens to know that we took $10 million from the German government, and then we've used $8 million for that. The $2 million, if you should use it for your personal thing, we wouldn't talk too much about it. But you could go for, let's say, $10 million from United States of America, and then you use $2 million for infrastructure or any other thing for the people, and then you share the aid among yourself. That is not good. That is not good. That is why I always tell my people that, like Kwame Nkrumah said, the accumulation of the anger will one day compel the youth to arise. That will be when Ghana. I don't pray for that, but you should be aware of that. Every day there are things that we see on the internet. There are things that we hear in our ears from our government or from the administration that provokes or that puts us in a situation where we feel like, hey, we did not vote for these people to come and help us, but rather we voted for these people to come and kill us. for people to come and kill us. A whole lot of things. People complete school, they don't have work to do. People are in the country, they don't have good security. It's like when lack of security and lack of jobs. And these are the two things that I think when we work on could help us, be able to, develop our country at a faster rate. So, Mr. President, do nice form. Now, even if you are not doing it, the people around you, the people you surround yourself around with, they are killing you. They are, trying to take advantage of your ignorance. You seem so ignorant, Mr. President. You seem so ignorant. A whole lot of things go on about you and your administration, and then you seem now to be addressing anything concerning that. This is the reason why and I said the diaspora always, decide to attack you in that way. So I will let you to always, make sure, however you deal with your people, that will make them see that, in fact, what you said, you're able to, do part of it. You make sure you do that. Because it's becoming unbecoming. Please, Mr. President, this is my advice. Ekosoo, osomfujation to see a demo in an amacano. Messa babio, to call a comment section on what you channel. Make sure you always write your comments so that I will also know how to tackle the issues. The next time, know how to. I will always read your comments, and then so that my subsequent video I'll know how to tackle it, and then I make sure we deal with this situation so as to help our dear mother Ghana to move on like we want it. Like it's like a pathetic, because sometimes I sit down and I'm like, hey, is this Ghana Kwame Nkrumah left for us? But I shall show you the okay. Okay, why? Within the generation, of course, we go on my phone. Choose